So the public protector is now threatening members of the public with jail time over the whole Phala Phala fallout. In this video, I'm going to show you what's going on there. And if you stay with me all the way to my biblical reaction, you'll also get to join hands with me because we got to do something about it. Because whether they like it or not, South Africa will prosper. You ready? Okay, press like, let's go. So you remember that 36 hours ago, we got the announcement that President Ramaphosa wanted to address the nation after the Concord judgment. But listen carefully to this.
The President will be addressing the nation tonight at 8 p.m. This is with regards to the judgment by the Constitutional Court. But another development in the Phala Phala story is the Public Protector of South Africa releasing a statement a short while ago saying that the Public Protector of South Africa is noted with concern the public comments deriving from the Constitutional Court judgment in the EFF and another versus Speaker of the National Assembly and others. And the Constitutional Court judgment has no bearing on the Public Protector's report number 12 of 2023-24, which is an investigation into alleged allegations of violations of the Executive Ethics Code against the President in terms of the Public Protector Act in connection with the housebreaking that took place on or about the 9th of February 2020 at Phala Phala Farm in Waterberg in Limpopo. Public Protector saying was neither a participant in the parliamentary process nor a party to the Constitutional Court case. These are separate legal processes operating in different areas and they do not conflict with one another. The Public Protector takes this opportunity to remind members of the public that insulting the Public Protector or the Deputy Public Protector constitutes a criminal offence in terms of Section 9A of the Public Protector Act, and any person convicted of this offence may be liable in terms of Section 11 of the Act to a fine not exceeding 40,000 rand or to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 12 months or to both such a fine or imprisonment. And the right to freedom of expression guaranteed under Section 16 of the Constitution is not unlimited. It is subject to lawful limitations and does not extend to conduct that constitutes statutory criminal offence. And the members of the public also being urged and encouraged to engage with the findings and the conclusions as well as the remedial action of this particular report.
I'm not sure I want to engage with that report anymore. So, insulting the Public Protector's office is a punishable crime. That's what Galega says after the Phala Phala fallout. Wow. I think we need to take a break. So if you didn't hear the President's address, it was long, but the only part that matters is the next 30 seconds that I'm going to play you. And so this is what was announced when the Public Protector just came with, boom, mega threat. I'm going to put you in jail if you don't count your words. But then this is what the President said.
While there have been calls in some circles that I should resign, nothing in the Constitutional Court judgment compels me to resign my office. The Constitutional Court made no finding of any kind regarding my alleged conduct. The court made no finding on whether there was prima facie evidence of misconduct, nor if the alleged conduct, if established, justifies impeachment and the removal of the President. Instead, the Constitutional Court judgment reinforces the principles, the rights and processes underpinning our constitutional order. This explicitly includes the right to take the report of the independent panel on review. I therefore respectfully want to make it clear that I will not resign. To do so would be to preempt a process defined by the Constitution. To do so would be to give credence to a panel report that unfortunately has grave flaws. To do so would be to abdicate the responsibility that I assumed when I became President of the Republic. To resign now would be to give in to those who seek to reverse the renewal of our society, the rebuilding of our institutions, and the prosecution of the end to prosecution. I fully intend to continue serving the people of South Africa and to advance their interests. There is still so much to be done.
Yep, so that's why he gathered us, just to tell us, you better hear me well. Rama ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He can be stopped now, 'cause he's a bad boy for life. So back to the public protector who is threatening members of the public. So you'll remember that after the Constitutional Court judgment, a lot of people then started to draw a contrast that the public protector left him off the hook, while the Constitutional Court was clear that the ANC has been up to shenanigans. Do you remember this video I showed you up here?
So with this, and having the president now having to account continuously through the impeachment process, it's going to be very serious. But the one other thing that you also raised is the question of these other institutions that saw no evil and had no evil, and had no evil to report. The question that will be asked is, will they be brought to come and explain themselves? How can they ignore the report that comes from luminaries in law?
So, of course, many analysts have been raising how the public protector cleared him and said, I see nothing wrong here. But to her defense, she did say, because I can't judge on things that belong to the police, the Hawks, and other people. But Action SA, just less than a month ago, when the IPID report came out showing just how bad this looks, then said, public protector needs to open Phala Phala investigation. So many people have been saying, public protector, your clearing of the president is very, very suspect. But then the MK today says, we go big or we go home. They're not insulting her, they're trying to fire her.
The Umkhonto weSizwe Party writing to the Speaker of the National Assembly with the intention, as they're calling for the impeachment of the public protector, that is Advocate Kholeka Gcaleka, and they're doing this in accordance with Section 194 of the Constitution, and they've written to the Speaker. They want an initiation of the proceedings for the impeachment of the public protector, and it stems from the Office of the Public Protector's what they call inadequate handling of the Phala Phala matter, which demonstrates, they say, both incompetence and misconduct, particularly when assessed against the findings of the Independent Police Investigative Directorate. And they say that the public protector's failure to refer such matters to the appropriate authorities and identifying key indicators of criminality, maladministration, as well as abuse of public power are of significant concern.
So she's under serious heat, but Umkhonto weSizwe are the official opposition, so we'll see what comes of that. Back to the threat. So this is her statement on the 11th of May. So she starts by explaining that her report has nothing to do with the Concord judgment, and these are two different things. But then she says she wants to take this opportunity to remind members of the public. I am a member of the public. Are you a member of the public? Please just confirm in the comments below. If you are, this is what Advocate Kholeka Gcaleka, public protector, says to you. Remember this, that insulting the public protector is a criminal offense in terms of Section 9A of the Public Protector Act. And member of the public, listen, you can get 40,000 or 12 months in prison or both. So just know this, you're free to express yourself, but don't run your mouth all the way to jail or 40,000 or both. And so the 9A that she's quoting is actually 91A, contempt of public protector. Now you know this because you know clearly what contempt of court is. So Julius Malema came out of his court case, went straight outside, got on stage, and started insulting the judge. He didn't get into contempt of court trouble. But if while in court he had said to the judge that is judging him, if he had said, "You are racist," insulted her really bad, he says, I don't want to see your ugly face. Let me tell you, he would have left straight out of the court into a van for contempt of court. So she goes to contempt of public protector, which says no person shall insult the public protector or their deputy. Now, if you look in the section in B, it makes it clear that this is in the context of an investigation. Compare it to how it would have worked in a court and how you would get into contempt of court. So this contempt of court is supposed to threaten public officials who are abusing power, so that when the public protector goes after them, if they disrespect her while she's investigating, just like a judge would, she can hold them in contempt. And to show you that this is the context, it then goes to then balance it by saying, but then you're not going to take what these guys say in parliament and hold them in contempt. Because it's understandable that if you have a position of authority of protecting the public by going after public officials who abuse power, you need the authority to hold them in contempt if they disrespect what you're doing. The public protector, who is supposed to protect me and you as members of the public against those who are in power, takes something from the act and quotes it to threaten me, a member of the public. That's like your bodyguard threatening to punch you in the face. How does this work? That's like having a bodyguard paying for their gym membership, paying for their karate lessons, paying for their shooting practice, and then your bodyguard threatens to punch you in the face and shoot you in the head. Like, wait, I bought you the gun and sent you to gym and sent you to karate practice because you're supposed to protect me when I'm getting attacked, not you attacking me. So the public protector is now the public threatener, while the public protector should protect the public from the threat of those who abuse power, instead of threatening us from abusing words. Someone says, oh, maybe it's someone on Twitter who said something very bad. She didn't say it in the statement. She just said, all members of the public, just remember, it is a crime to insult me, and I can put you in jail for 12 months. And this is while everyone is talking about the Phala Phala issue after the Constitutional Court. You know, you don't wake up one day and your country's a mess. What happens is it creeps bit by bit by bit, and before long, you've allowed something to go on so far that you can't wind it back. This action of the public protector is constitutionally very questionable, and I think we need to ask her to clarify. And there are two ways to go about it. I mean, we can laugh about it because it is kind of fun, except she has so much power, except she should be using all her energy to protect us instead of threatening us to protect herself. She should be producing a report that gets us very excited and makes us feel secure as citizens, because we know that we've got Galega who is going after people that we can't. And the Constitution says the public protector should be extremely, extremely approachable. The grandmother in a shack somewhere should be able to get on a train, get on a taxi, show up at the public protector, knowing that I have no power, but public protector's got power and she's going to fight for me. How are we supposed to run to the public protector when the public protector is threatening us with 12 months in jail if we don't count our words? So there's two ways to go with this stuff. We can just leave it and carry on with our lives, or you can do something about it. Or, because you are such a valued history maker, such a valued person watching this channel, how about I write but you back me up. You don't go public protector on me. You back me up and you endorse it. So if I get 1,000 signatures, I will send an email to the public protector. And so if you go below, you'll find a link and it will drop you on this page that I tell you what we are asking her to do. We're basically saying the public protector is a Chapter 9 institution created to protect citizens from powerful people, not to protect itself from those same citizens. And so we're asking the public protector to retract that threat or to clarify it and let us know those things you'll find there, and also that any future legal warnings will be accurate and properly referenced. So we'll ask her to come back to us by the 27th of May. And if she doesn't, well, we'll take the matter together with your endorsement and forward it to the Portfolio Committee on Justice. And this is not to attack the public protector, but we have to defend our right to hold powerful institutions accountable. Because an institution created to protect the public must never speak to the public as if we are the threat. We live under the threat of more powerful people abusing their power at our expense. So you just do your name, city and province, and your email. I won't forward your email to the public protector or parliament, but it's just so that the form can come and you can receive an email, and you'll get to, in your email, you'll get to find the full letter, which if you click here before filling in the form, you'll see the letter right there that we've written to the public protector in more legalese compared to what's on the page. So if you want to do something, because at all times we have three choices, is to do nothing, things stay the same, or we can do something and see how far it goes. But the third option, we join hands and we do something as a bigger number and it has a bigger impact. So I will send it as soon as I receive the 1,000th endorsement. So it's up to you. If you think this is something you want to do, then let's do it. If you think this is petty, doesn't matter, I don't mind being threatened by my protector, then we won't have 1,000 signatures and we won't do it. My biblical reaction: a ruler who lacks understanding is a great oppressor, but he who hates greed, covetousness, will prolong his days. A ruler who lacks understanding is a great oppressor. I'm noticing that this is becoming a norm with Chapter 9 institutions, that the institution set up to protect us ends up attacking us. The same thing is happening with the CRL Commission, which is supposed to protect churches from being attacked or insulted by someone, and instead she is insulting Christians. The very protector of religious rights is insulting, meaning we have no one else to run to stop her. And so public protector is not doing the same thing. She's threatening to put us in jail instead of threatening the politicians and the office bearers. When they hear public protector, they should feel threatened and want to do the right thing. And now the public protector is going out releasing a statement to threaten members of the public. All 60 million of us are now living under a 12-month threat. If we don't watch our mouths, we could run our mouths to jail. Not by the police, not by the hawks, but by our protector. Our bodyguard just came out and threatened to punch or shoot us. A ruler who lacks understanding is a great oppressor. So I'm going to close and say, no man can serve two masters, because either you love the one or hate the other, or despise the one and honor the other. You cannot serve God and Karl Marx. So if you see value in that, go to the bottom, click, and come back here. Let us know that you've sent, but I will be able to see when we reach 1,000, and I'll send the email to the public protector, knowing that you also think I should. All right, let's make history together. Hi, but we gonna fix the country, Baba.